Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Raw Mini for this week of December 12th. You know what this is about. New Day making history. I'm going to have to use that title because there's no other title that makes the best sense. Look, let's be honest here. When it came to the second match, you didn't think they were going to win. Even though it seems like it's obvious they had to win, but it wasn't that clear. And people did not like Seth and Roman Reigns being in that match, particularly Roman Reigns. Look, I'm going to say this 100%. Why the hell are you still booing the man? This is not Roman Reigns' fault. The WWE pushed him improperly. It's obvious. Roman Reigns is not as bad as you think he is. You're booing him because it's trendy. Because the hardcore fans booed his ass so much because they can't stand that he wasn't like a Daniel Bryan. But he's not that bad. He's not. He's like an average wrestler. You don't need to boo his ass because it's trendy. Because the hardcore fans don't like him because he's not a Daniel Bryan or a Seth Rollins. Come on. Come on. This is ridiculous. It really is. But let's get to the main thing we need to talk about, and that is New Day's run. Look, I'm going to be honest here, and I said this a long time ago. I couldn't stand New Day as joke heels. I couldn't stand them. I wanted to see Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, Biggie Langston, evil heels, ones that will destroy you, like what happened with the BTC and in TNA, I'm about to say NXT. In TNA, it's hard to remember what happened with MVP dealing with the Wu-Tang, well, not kind of like a bite off of the Wu-Tang Clan, let's be honest. That's how it felt. That's how it felt. And this was something new. A tag team that were black guys, that were heels. And we wanted to see something good. Let them really go on a real heel run. But they had to become a joke. But guess what? Because they became a joke, they won everybody over because every last one of them is entertaining. Kofi Kingston is entertaining. I always knew Kofi was a good character. I always knew that, but I didn't know how entertaining he was. He was never given the option to become truly entertaining. He was very generic, and he blew my mind how entertaining he is. Big E, we saw that he was entertaining. He was funny. And Xavier Woods, we knew. But when you put them all together, you had a combination you never expected could win everyone over. After 2 years almost, these guys are over. Almost 2 years. I mean, it's like a year and 6 or 7 months. It's what is it? 470 days. It's like a year and 3 or 4 months. Or I can't remember, between 3 and 4 months or 3 and 6 months. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. They won over the hardcore fans. They won over the crowd. And they've pushed Vince to letting them stay to the point where he had to break Demolition's record with them. He had no choice. There was no way he could actually just drop them off and make them disappear because he knew they were making them too much merch. They were bringing asses into the seats. And in Twitter and Facebook, they were trending heavily. You think Facebook really doesn't matter anymore, but it still does to a certain extent. Twitter has always been tweeting. Instagram is tweeting. Well, Instagram doesn't have tweets, but you know you can put your videos up on Instagram. I got one, but I don't really use it. You also on Tumblr. I mean, come on. They destroyed any team before them, other than Demolition, and now they've broken Demolition's record. They are a class of themselves. I am so incredibly happy that they actually got this. They deserve it. They worked hard at it. They dealt with a lot of adversity, and they won. No matter what happens, if they have the job next week, which probably they will, or the week after, they're not going to let them keep them for very long. I'll be surprised to let them keep them more than another month. But if they keep doing it, I'm very happy. If they drop them, it doesn't matter. They're so over, they don't need the titles anymore. In the beginning, they needed those titles. Now the titles need them. That's why they need to keep them. Because that tag title match was the most best match I've seen for any title match for the tag teams in a year. This whole year. And there have been a lot of matches that have been on TNA, NXT, SmackDown, Raw, but they are the best. It's because that it was so special. But this is just my point of view, and I hope you enjoy this, well, Raw Mini for December 12th, 2016. Leave me a comment below. And oh, I have to say this. This is for Sarah and Morgan Hyde. Morgan particular. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't normally do this. I don't really sponsor people's videos because I'm really so small. There's no one to sponsor. People need to sponsor me who are big. But I'm saying this because of Morgan Hyde. He's one of the subscribers I've had for quite a while. His wife was a wonderful, kind person who left a lot of comments, a lot of kindness that really helped me during this year because it was so hard for me. And Morgan also said the same things, and he had his own opinions on wrestling. I felt that he's highly passionate, and also believe Sarah is also passionate. And he just left his channel manifesto on his YouTube channel, which I am going to leave a connection below. It is just a channel manifesto. But I want to say this for anyone who watches these videos, who's thinking about doing videos, and for Morgan and Sarah, to you generally. I don't like to give opinions about how people do their channels. Everyone has a different type of style. But I can say this as a person who's been doing this now for 4 years, nearing 5. In July 12, 2017, I would be doing this 5 years. I haven't made no money because I'm not big, and I'm not looking to make money. If I became really large, I would try it because it would supplement for my Social Security disability because I am injured. I can't work anymore. But I started this because of depression. That's the reason why I came on YouTube. And for you, for you, Sarah and Morgan, and for anyone else who's thinking about this, I'll tell you this. For the last 4 years, I found that doing this can be highly frustrating, tiring. It can burn you out. It can anger you. It can inspire you. It's very easy to get all of those in different times. And it's so hard sometimes when maybe you're not in the mood to do a video, but you feel like because people watch you, they become your friends. Even if they don't really say it, they're basically watching you. And if they don't leave a bad comment or leave a thumbs down, they're basically like your friend. And you don't like to disappoint them. And what's been going on with Sarah and Morgan Hyde, how they actually care about me. When it came to Nicole Beth, when it came to Brittany Johnson, and several other subscribers, they don't comment all the time, but maybe it's because of the change in YouTube, or they're actually busy in their lives. They don't really do a lot of comments anymore. I really appreciate them. They mean a lot to me. Not because they can actually help me get some money, because they haven't, but because they're people that actually care about my well-being. Not just because I do good, hopefully good videos, but because of the person that I am. I'm an honest person that tries to do his best in his life, and I try to translate that into doing YouTube videos. And for Sarah, Morgan, I hope Sarah will be in the next video, Morgan. I'm not saying that I'll give you views, but for both of you who love wrestling, this will be something you both really need to do. You're both together, you both have a baby. I think you got 2. I keep forgetting it's 1 or 2. I'm so sorry. I heard your baby in the background. It's a beautiful little baby. I think it's a girl. But for you, as a man who was once married, you need something that will give you passion for something. And also passion to each other, because you can really get a lot from this. As weird as it sounds, YouTube could help you. Particularly with all the stress Sarah's had, with also you having some type of issues similar to, or having depression. I don't know which one it is. I forgot what you said before, Morgan. I'm so sorry. I'm not saying I got a bad memory, but you get my point. I'm saying this for both of you. Try YouTube together. See if it's really good for you, for your relationship. It could actually help you. Give you something special that you both can share. Now, if you want to do it by yourself, Morgan, I'm just saying this for you, from someone who's had 5 years of experience. It seems easy right now just to upload the video, and after a certain amount of time, you're going to probably want more out of it. Maybe you'll do editing like I do, with putting images on the screen. Maybe you want to do it with a better mic. Maybe you want to do it with extra people you know in your area that loves wrestling as well. You may want to expand on it. The best thing I can say is, don't get so scared about it or get too frustrated. If you need to take a step back once in a while and not do a video, don't do it. If you really feel passionate about it and you want to do more than one video, then do more than one video. Find what works for yourself. I'm not perfect at this. Like I said in the comment I left you, a lot of times I want to do this perfectly. I want to talk without botching my words, or like having to pause, because sometimes when you have a role, something that hits your mind, it may freeze you. You may just freeze and you have to think, wait a minute, I was just thinking about something, but then I was thinking about something else. What the hell am I thinking about? You've seen my videos. Sometimes I pause because I'm actually thinking about more than one thing at the same time and want to make sure I'm deciding which one is better. Or maybe I forget what I want to say and I freeze. It happens doing stuff in front of a camera. And it's not an easy thing to do, actually putting yourself in front of a camera, feeling awkward about it, being scared you're going to say something to either offend someone or just sound stupid, and you don't want that. And I'm going to be honest to you, I've said things that are dumb. I've said things that have offended somebody. I've said things that I botch a lot. But I still believe in myself that I'm willing to come on this camera and wave my hand around and just speak my mind. So that's the best thing I can say for you guys. I know this is kind of a long-winded video and it's not much about wrestling. But for anyone who wants to do YouTube, particularly you, Sarah and Morgan, particularly you, Morgan, just take it one step at a time. Make sure you keep the joy of it, because you can burn out really easily. With my depression, I sometimes are totally passionate about it, and other times I'll just not want to do a video at all. But then I remind myself, this is what I want to do. And I push myself. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, but I don't quit. And that's the best information I can give. Well, not information. What's from my heart. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Zane's View. Please give me a comment below. I will be leaving Morgan's channel in the description below. Have a good day. Have a good night.